Hey guys, it's Noelle, the host of Pop Pumpkin Pizza. So today I'm going to be talking about the best shoes to wear to Riot Fest, or just for festivals in general, but it's kind of more geared towards like emo and pop punk type festivals because these are just more kind of like pop punk emo shoes.
I'm going out, I gotta go. I'll bang a rang on the radio. So turn it up, I'm telling you. I think I'm ready for something new. Hey, hello, it's nice to meet ya. Hey, come in and have a slice of pizza.
So first of all, it's really hot outside and humid, and it might rain soon, so we'll see how this goes. Also, the sun is kind of directly above me, shining in my eyes. Oh, a butterfly. So we'll just try to do this as fast as we can and hope that it doesn't rain. Oh man, it's really hot. So first of all, I just want to preface this by saying your feet are gonna hurt by the end of the festival, no matter what shoes you wear, but at least with these, they'll hurt less. So I'm gonna start out with the most obvious kinds of shoes that you shouldn't wear, like heels and sandals, or like, you could, I don't know, Crocs. That's probably a no. I know that Crocs, when I was a kid, they always used to give me blisters, so I'll just say that. But after the obvious choices that you shouldn't wear, the worst skate shoes, I guess you could call them, that I've ever worn they're called the Chuck Taylor All-Star Cruises. And I got them for free at this Journeys event where a band was playing, and you had to knock down these cans and they gave you shoes for free if you could knock down the cans. And so that's how I got them, but I don't have them anymore to show you because I sold them because they were so awful. I tried going for a walk in them, and that was a huge mistake. They just gave me instant blisters, like instant, like right on the back of my heels, like on both of my feet, and they were really like tight in like the toe area. So, I mean, everyone's feet are different, you know, so it's not necessarily going to be the same for you, but I would avoid them because I think it's just like the way that they're built, like they're platforms. So they're also shorter, like they're low tops rather than high tops. So they kind of like pull on your heel when you walk because they're very stiff too. So I would stay away from those in particular. And then you would think these shoes would be pretty comfortable. I have them in a couple different designs. So I couldn't find the other designs that I have, but I do have these like ones with the flames on the side. I also have ones with green flames on the side and ones with aliens on them. But these, it really depends. I wouldn't recommend wearing them to Riot Fest or a festival because just that much walking, I don't think they would be good in, because they were kind of giving me blisters on the back, just like walking like out and about, going about my day. So, I mean, they're fine for like just if you're not doing much walking at all, but I even have like these inserts in them, like the gel inserts, to make it more comfortable because they're very flat on the bottom. Like any Vans are just really flat on the bottom. But some are more comfortable than others, which I will get to later. So yeah, these ones, they look cool, but comfort-wise, I put them on one of the days for Riot Fest last year, and I just had to immediately take them off. Like I couldn't even leave the house wearing them because I knew they would definitely give me blisters. So I actually had to go inside, not because it started raining, but because my neighbor went in the backyard and started talking, so that kind of ruined my shot. So I had to change setups a little bit. Anyway, where was I? So yeah, those I wouldn't recommend for Riot Fest, these ones. Okay, so these I also wouldn't recommend, but they're higher on the list than those because those are just unwearable. Like you start walking, you're gonna get a blister pretty quick. So like Demonias or anything similar with the huge chunky platform, these kinds of boots, These are actually pretty comfortable for giant platform boots, I gotta say. Like, especially these, because these aren't actual Demonia brand. These are just like, I think I got them on Shein or something stupid like that. But the platforms are like foam, so they're pretty light actually to walk in, like for platform boots. And I haven't had any problems with them so far, which is good. And the reason I got these off Shein was because I couldn't find shoes like this anywhere for cheaper. And these ones I got off Depop. They're still kind of expensive, but not as expensive as they would be like if you bought them brand new. And these are really cool. What kind are these? So I just know these aren't Demonias, but I don't know what brand they actually are, but they're good quality though. I just realized that I do have these inserts in these too, because I think the bottom was a little bit too flat for me. So I have like a Dr. Scholl's thing in there to make them more comfortable for walking around, because these ones do have a little bit more of like a heel to them, as you can see, compared to these, which are just more flat. Wait, do they? Wait, yeah, they do. They're like almost the same incline, but these are slightly flatter. So I would say these are more comfortable. Also, these are, I think these are less heavy, even though they're like longer, they're lighter on the bottom. But yeah, I would not recommend going to Riot Fest in these. I mean, first of all, these were only like $38 besides like shipping, which was a lot, and tax and stuff. But usually like shoes like this are very expensive, and like even with these are really cool, so I wouldn't want to ruin them, like especially if it's muddy. And if it is muddy, it kind of would be helpful because they're like higher up off the ground, so it would kind of help you to walk in the mud, but like still you'd probably kind of ruin them, and you wouldn't want that to happen, and they're also not that comfortable. So even though they're really cool, I would suggest not to wear those kinds of shoes to a festival in general. I'm sure many of you have done it before, but I don't know how long you lasted with that. Next on the list, combat boots. So to be specific, not Doc Martens, because I don't even have those because they're really expensive, and I've heard they're super uncomfortable and you have to like break them in, but that can take a while, and even then they might still not be comfortable. And knowing my feet, I would probably not be comfortable in them, even though I do like the style of them. I got these from Target a long time ago, and as you can see, they're really old, and I can't even wear them anymore because they're literally sanded off on the bottom. Like, I've worn them so much. So they're literally like lopsided now if I tried to walk in them. But if you got a new pair, or a pair that was in decent condition, these are just like pleather boots, and they obviously don't have as high of a platform, but they still have like some height to them. I would say they add like 1 or 2 inches. So these would be good for like walking in mud, since you don't want to be walking in mud in like Converse or Vans, because those are like cloth, so it really just kind of like seeps through it, and just they're lower to the ground too, so it's like harder to, you might slip in the mud. So would not recommend. So if it's raining, I would recommend like the combat boots, but make sure you get ones that are comfortable for you, because those ones from Target were really comfortable, but they probably don't have those exact kind, at least there anymore. And then if it's not raining or it's not muddy, then I would suggest like sneakers. I would most highly recommend gym shoes, like athletic shoes if you can, if you like want to, but I just don't like wearing those kinds of shoes because I don't like the style of them. They're just kind of, they don't really add to the fit, you know what I'm saying? So I try to be as comfortable as I can while also being stylish. So next on the list is just regular Converse, the flat ones. These I did wear to Riot Fest last year for 2 of the days, I think, and they didn't give me any issues. I think if you wore them for all 3 days, they might start causing issues, because when I first got these, They didn't give me any kind of blisters, but then, I don't know, I started going for like walks with them, and just like around the ankle area, I think it was kind of giving me blisters. So they're okay. They're like wearable for Riot Fest, definitely, because I survived in them. They're not the best, I will say, but you know, they're an option. I've worn them to Riot Fest and they were okay. And I've also, these are actually my sister's shoes, but she's let me borrow them before when I was like walking in sandals. This wasn't at Riot Fest, by the way. It was just in general in Chicago. And my sandals were giving me blisters, so she let me borrow these. And these were pretty comfortable for walking around the city in. I think these have like a slight platform. And these are like the high top Vans. I haven't worn those to Riot Fest, these particular ones, but they're probably comfortable enough. I would say in general, like if you're starting with a pretty comfortable shoe and then like it's worn in a little bit, that's what you want for Riot Fest, because you don't want something like shoes that you just bought. Like you want to have worn it like a few times or several times before you wear it there, so it's a little bit more stretched out and it's not like rubbing against your foot in any way. So that goes for like boots and for like these. These my sister got at a thrift store, so they were already a little bit worn in. That's just my advice. Or Vans also has like low top platforms that are checkered that I really liked. I wore those for maybe like a couple years just in general because I really liked those. They were very heavy to walk in, but they were pretty comfortable though. Like I never had any blister issues or anything with them, but they were just worn out, so that's just why I wasn't wearing them anymore. And also the next kind of shoe that I'll be getting to is even more comfortable than those, so that's why I was wearing these next ones for a while. Actually, before we get to my favorite kind of shoe for Riot Fest, there's one more that I have found very comfortable. It's these platform high top Converse, and I need to specify that there's at least two different kinds of platform Converse. There's ones that have like a smooth platform bottom, and these ones kind of have like a heel indent to it. So these are, I wear the ones with the heel indent. And I think they look cool, and they're also very comfortable for wearing just out and about and going for walks. And so I think I'm gonna wear these to the next Riot Fest, especially because I no longer can find these next type of shoes that were my favorite. Like I tried finding them at Journeys a while ago and I couldn't find any. And that's why I had a shoe dilemma, because I was constantly trying to find shoes that were comfortable for me because I could not find those checkered Vans again, sadly. And I'm pretty sure they still make them, unless they just started making them differently for some reason, because I found them online, but I couldn't find them in the Journey store or anywhere else, like Shoe Carnival or anything. Plus, I just like these, and you know, I want to wear something different this time. I might also wear a different kind of shoe for Riot Fest. I don't know, it depends if I find something that's also cute and comfortable, which is like damn near impossible, but we'll see. Low top Converse might also be an option. I have not tried wearing low top Converse to Riot Fest yet. These aren't even actual brand name Converse. These are just like old knockoff Converse that I've had for literally ever, and I don't wear them anymore, but I had them so to show you. The brand is Emergency Exit. I think it's just like an off-brand thing that I got at Payless a really long time ago. But just to show you an example, these might give you blisters though because of the way that they're designed. Like the heel part kind of just looks like it would rub against your ankle, because it's just like the cloth material and how it's sewn, and the fact that it's kind of like thin and it's not made out of rubber. That might be an issue. So just take that into consideration. I don't know, you can test those out if you wanted to. They might be better than high top Converse. I don't really know because I haven't tried them for Riot Fest. And the next ones are these low top checkered Vans. These are my favorite, and I wore these to the first Riot Fest that I went to, and They were the most comfortable. I think I did wear them a few times before I went to Riot Fest in these. I think like when I first got them, they weren't as comfortable as like after I started wearing them more and more. Like now they're very stretched out, and like I don't wear these anymore obviously because the bottoms once again are sanded off. So yeah, but these were my favorite to wear to Riot Fest. And I wore like shoe inserts in these too to make them even more comfortable because, like I said, the bottoms are pretty flat. And by the end, my feet were literally about to fall off. I kid you not. But if I were wearing any other kind of shoe besides like a more comfortable athletic shoe, like I would not, I don't know if I would have made it to the third day. I don't know. I don't think I would have. So just saying, it's important to have good shoes. Because if I didn't go that third day, I would not have met someone who is now one of my very good friends. So comfortable shoes are very important. And if you can't stand any like skater type shoes for walking in, then I would suggest just like a black athletic shoe. These ones are really light. These are Puma ones. I don't know the last time I wore these, quite honestly. Like, I really have no idea. It could have been several years ago, I don't know. But, because I don't know, I don't like the style of athletic shoes, but you know, if you're gonna be emo, then at least get some black ones. Or what, I don't know, whatever kinds that you like, whatever you think looks cool and is comfortable for you, that's what matters. Hopefully I didn't forget anything, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more Riot Fest content because I'm definitely going to Riot Fest. Even if I don't get a press pass, I will definitely go because the lineup this year is actually insane and it's packed with really good bands, especially Saturday and Sunday. So I will definitely be there those days at the very least. And yeah, hope to see you there. If you see me there, don't be afraid to say hi. I'll give you a sticker, a little logo sticker, because I had some that I meant to give out last year, but I forgot to bring them, sadly. So I still have a bunch that I can give out. So yeah, hope to see you there. And if not, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Hey, hello, it's nice to meet ya. Hey, come in and have a slice of pizza. Hey, hello, it's nice to meet ya. Hey, come in and have a slice of